Hello fellow humans, welcome back to my channel. In my last, or I guess first playthrough of the Quarry, I pretty much got everybody killed on my watch. I was only able to save Abby, Dylan, and Nick, and Abby was indeed the final girl. However, I wanted to pay some tribute to all of the people that did end up getting killed in my last playthrough. That is why I have decided to save everybody and get all of the evidence. P.S. I did not get all the evidence, but that is okay. I also put on Death Rewind because I just knew that sooner or later I was gonna get somebody killed. I had to start collecting stuff right off the bat as there was a lot of clues and actually a piece of evidence that I already had to find in this chapter. Anyways, after that very normal commercial break, we actually decided to talk about said break and how amazing Emma's acting was. I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but I hate this POV. Why is it so close to them? I was already doing a tremendously bad job at this game, even though the game didn't register the right button choice that I did. This game is already glitching on me and I hate it. I was just barely able to make my way through the woods and find Nick. At least I don't have an immediate death on my hands. I then had to swim in the lake so I could find the next piece of evidence, which was the third one. Unfortunately, because of my butterfingers, I could not get this evidence. And mind you, this was the only piece of evidence in the whole game that I couldn't get. Emma then went onto the island and was a little bit too egoistic for my standards, but then that got humbled when she went into the treehouse. Off topic, but she was mogging here! I then had to take some evidence while being attacked, and then I went on a chase spree for about a minute and a half while I was locking in to make sure she didn't die. And of course, she still died. Oh my god, why is it so hard to save Emma? So yeah, I had to use a rewind life already. How awesome. Thankfully, I was able to do it on my second try though. I then had a bit of a tussle with the gang, so we had to bust our way out of there. We then collected some more evidence, and Dylan's arm got chopped off. I'm sorry, I wanted to go in the cabin, guys. There was a really cute bear there. I then had to find even more evidence as Jacob. Wow, I really don't care about this stuff. I then ran into Emma, which I did not know you could do considering, I killed her accidentally the first chance I got in my first playthrough. And I am still so sad I did because Emma was iconic here. I don't care when, how, or why, but these don't breathe things will always piss me off. I then went on a new side quest that I once again did not care about as Emma. Then Nick started to act a bit weird, so naturally I shot him. A little bit of an overreaction, Abby, but I mean, if it gets him away. Oh my gosh, no, not the Emma side quest again. I am playing as Emma though, so do you know what? Fuck it, I'm having fun. I then had a really long, boring flashback whose only purpose was to give me more evidence. How wonderful. I've never seen this before, but oh my god, this is hilarious. Ryan and I then had some delectable dinner at the Quarry. I then had to stop Laura from shooting an innocent bystander and saving a civilian. Wow, I'm such a hero. The fight with the Hacketts actually was no problem as I just did everything I was supposed to, and I got all of the evidence I needed. How wonderful. I also needed to accept Laura's bite so Ryan can survive, but that wasn't a problem. Not to mention wasting a bunch of time just trying to save Caitlin. And then, even though I killed Chris Hackett, Travis decided to be a little bitch and killed Lara for me, so I had to go back all the way to chapter 7 to redo me accidentally shooting him. How awesome. And yes, I could not only do this part, I had to start all over. I'm not going to show my redo though because it was pretty much the same as my first time. Dylan and I then went back to the lodge and I finally found my last piece of evidence. But then we felt a little bit heroic, so we decided to prepare for battle. And I should mention that in my redo, I did accidentally kill Nick because I forgot to stop Lara from shooting him. And yes, that does mean I had to use my last rewind, so I had to be extra super duper careful in this last chapter. It definitely wasn't a problem though, because I ate down, you guys. It was really awesome here. Ryan, Travis, and I then decided to hunt down the big bad wolf. And I did. Sorry, man, I have no hesitation killing you. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I am still very sorry I wasn't able to get all of the evidence, but maybe in another video, I will get all of the trophies. Haha, hint hint. I would also like to mention that although they were initially charged for their crimes, it did eventually show that the murders could have been for another reason. That's why they all leave prison the day after. I actually like this ending a lot more because the game lets me choose what happens after this paper is published. Anyways, if you like this video, please also give me a like and a subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!